Hey everyone, welcome back to TruthatWorks. We're starting the month of November with a new theme, and the theme for November in our roundtables is a year in review. It's an opportunity for you as a roundtable to reflect on what God has done. And so we're going to look at a passage today from Genesis chapter 12. It's referred to by many theologians as the Abrahamic covenant. It's when God first makes a covenant with Abram and changes his name to Abraham. And shortly after their exchange, now God promises land and his faithfulness and his covenant blessing on Abraham and his family. It says in Genesis 12, in two occasions, that Abraham stops and builds an altar to the Lord. And so the takeaway is, how can we as a people of God, how do we in our roundtables or in our businesses and our personal lives do that? And so the reason I'm farther away from the camera today is I have an exercise to show you kind of by way of our way of devotional. We do this by taking cups, symbolic as our altar. Maybe you've noticed in Scotland, I think they built cairns, which are these rocks, formations, and they're just beautiful kind of scenes on the landscape. And someone stopped and built that. Well, we're going to build an altar to the Lord today. And basically what you would do is each member of your small group, your round table, maybe your business leadership team, is you would stop and say, this is what God did. And you'd write on the cup whatever that particular blessing that God did. And you would start building your altar. And then someone else would build and someone else would build. And soon, especially if you have a large group, you're starting to build a pretty significant altar to God. And it's just kind of a way to symbolically and metaphorically say, this is what God has done in my life, in my business, in our roundtable, in our community, in our small group. And so I know it's a short introduction to this month, but this is one way, just like Abraham did, and you'll see other instances in the Old Testament of people building altars. Because then when the people of God passed by that spot geographically, they would see, just like they see in Scotland, these cairns built up as a sign that said, God is faithful, and God has been faithful, and he will be faithful. Because frankly speaking, we need to be reminded. The Israelites forgot often God's faithfulness. So to remember, they needed a physical, tangible, geographical reminder. And sometimes we do that. We do need that as well. And at the end of that exercise, you take a picture, and no one wants plastic cups sitting in their dining room or on their boardroom table for months and months on end. But to take that picture, put that picture somewhere to remember that in 2022, this is how God has been faithful to us, our business, and our lives. So hope that's a good challenge for you and encouragement to you to practice this month in the year in review. Have a great week, and we'll see you again next time.